Hey, all you fluent English students, welcome to another class. I'm here today with my good friend Damon. How you doing, Damon?
I'm doing alright.
Do you know why I'm talking like this?
I have absolutely no idea.
Forget about it, okay? Hey guys, this is Ian. Welcome to another fluent English class. I'm here today with a good friend of mine, Damon,
How you guys doing?
and we're gonna talk about communities all
Okay,
over the world,
very well. And
right?
why were you speaking like that?
Oh, because I was speaking with an Italian American accent.
Okay,
They say, "How you doing?" Not "How are you doing?"
that sounds
They
really funny.
say, "Hey, oh," in between the sentences. So it's really
That's
funny.
really cool.
They sing when they talk. It's really funny.
They kind
Okay.
of do, yeah.
So, we're gonna talk about communities. Okay.
Sure.
We have communities all over the world,
Sure.
right? Give me some examples.
Uh, I think there is a huge Japanese community in Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
and also Chinese communities are spread all over the world. Like
Yeah.
some countries, like England, where I come from, you see there is a neighborhood named Chinatown because it's full of Chinese culture and
There's
everything.
also in San Francisco, California. There's Chinatown there as well.
And why do you think like people flee their country or they like leave their country to live somewhere
Well,
else?
in my opinion, there are a couple of reasons. So first, they leave for economic reasons.
Okay,
Leave for economic reasons to improve their lives. You know.
sure.
Um, and secondly, I think usually is because country is in war or involved in this these situations that
And
the country that's in a war, it's really hard to live in there and they want to move out.
good.
You know.
And in my point of view, also when the war finishes, this country that has been involved in the war needs people to rebuild it. So like they
Exactly.
are more open to receive people from different parts in the
Exactly.
world. Yeah.
So I think there's the two most important factors. Why do people migrate? Economic reasons. Usually after wars, like throughout history, after a war, we can see community countries migrating. Okay.
Very well. So let's read some real facts about Italian community in NYC, which stands for New York City.
All right. So New York City. Can you read the first one for me?
Sure I can. The first Italian who had lived in the U.S. was Pietro Alberti, I guess, in 1635, which was before the Italian immigrants came to the U.S. in the 1890s.
All right. So he had lived before the immigrants. He was the first Italian.
To go
Okay.
there. So you
So
can see there are two facts that happened in the past. All right. The
yes.
first one was this guy to go there and live there. The second one was the other Italians to go there too. So we're using past perfect to point out two finished actions in the past, which one happened before the other. So if you see it, the guy Pietro, right? He had lived there before the other immigrants came along. So you see, two separate. They are actually linked, but two actions that started and finished in the past.
All right. They're linked. Right. It happened in the past.
Very well.
All
One
right.
happened before the other.
One happened before the other. Okay.
Okay.
That's why we use past perfect. So actions in the past followed by another action.
Good. In the past. Very important to be in the past.
Followed. Oh, sorry
And
guys.
in case you guys don't remember or you don't know, had lived. There are not two verbs in the past, right? Had is the auxiliary verb, which will never change, and then the following verb in the perfect form is the main verb of the clause. So it could be had lived, had wanted, had said, had whatever you can think
Yes,
about.
this is auxiliary verb, guys.
Sure.
So it's not the verb.
The main
Okay,
verb.
the main verb. So
There we
it's
go.
auxiliary verb. And you guys need to remember that when we use past perfect, the verbs is always in past participle form.
That's it. This is exactly what it is. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Do you mind reading the second one,
All right.
please?
So the second fact is between 1900 and 1915, 3 million Italians migrated to America from southern Italy. During that time, most of them were working as manual laborers in agriculture and mining.
Very
Okay,
well.
so here we have a simple past
Hmm.
or past simple. Okay, it's a single action in the past.
They started and finished in the past.
Yeah, and for all the regular verbs, they always end in ed.
Good. Another important fact to add is that when you use the simple past tense, you normally use the date. Like, I played basketball
Yeah, it's
yesterday.
specific time.
There we
So
go. Or maybe
uh,
between 1900 1915, you know. So the
yes,
date is specified in
so
the
it's
sentence. Yes.
specific. Is it a specific time?
Specific time in the past.
Specific time
In the past.
in the past.
There you go.
Okay.
Which is a little different from the past continuous, as you might know.
Yeah.
The
So
past continuous is a continuous action in the past, right?
So-
Not a single action in the past.
they were working. Okay. So continuous action in the past, right?
There you go. And normally when you use the past continuous, you use that together with the simple past.
Yeah.
Because
So
it interrupts the action.
so it's
For example,
interrupted.
exactly. The past continuous is normally interrupted by a simple past action. For example, we were working when the lights went out. So the lights went out is the simple past and interrupts when we were working. Is
Yes.
that right?
So let's just write a quick example. We were working. Okay.
We were working
We were working
when
when
the lights
lights
went out.
went out.
There you
Okay.
go.
So here we have past continuous. We're working when the lights went out.
Yeah.
So this is past simple or simple
Good.
past.
And guys, keep in mind when in every verb tense, when you say continuous, you must use the main verb in an ing form. Is that alright?
Exactly. It's always ing.
Good. That's why it's
ING.
continuous.
All right. Ing. All right, guys.
Excellent.
All right. So can you read the next fact?
Yeah, sure. An interesting fact is that 50% of Italians repatriated after they had earned money in the US, which is why they did not care about learning English or assimilating the American culture.
Okay, so here we're talking about again past perfect. They had earned money before they went back to
Repatriated or
Italy.
went back, yeah, to
Okay.
Italy. Something that I might add is that the order which the facts happen in the sentence does not affect when they happen. For example, you can see that they repatriated or they went back, which is the second part, which happened like after. And in the sentence it comes before they had earned, which in a timeline happened first. So you see, you can change the order in the sentence.
Yeah,
Because
so
what points out what happened first is the past participle form.
so I can say they went back to Italy after they had
There you go.
earned money.
Good. Or you can say they had earned money and then they went back to Italy.
Yeah.
Do you
So
know what I mean?
let me just write that example here.
Sure.
So they
Be my
had
guest.
earned money
And then
Let me write this again because it looks bad. Sorry, guys. Money. They had earned money. Then
went back, or they went back.
went back to Italy.
There you go.
Okay.
I guess this is rather clear now.
Yeah. It doesn't matter the order.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay. Would you mind
And
reading the last sentence, please?
the last one, just to finish off. Most immigrants used to live in the Lower East Side of New York City, and they would live up to their traditions, such as their cuisine and religious holidays, even though they were living in the U.S. All right. So here we're saying used to live. Okay, something that you used to do means that you don't do anymore.
Good. Or
It's an action that was just
or an action that happened either one time or for a while, in the past, but this is not a fact. This is not true anymore.
Okay, happened one time or for a while.
Repeatedly, yes.
Repeatedly.
Just mind that you misspelled happened, right? But it's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
happened. Sorry,
You
guys.
guys know, you guys understand. It's happened.
Just fix this real quickly. All right.
Yeah.
So it happened.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, can you see that? Happened.
Happened. Yes, I think
Alright.
they are aware at this point.
Okay.
So I'd like to point out a comparison with wood. You guys probably have heard or have seen wood sometime before, but wood can also be used in the past. For example, if you have repeated actions in the past, you can use would. Just to clarify, I would play chess with my father when I was young. My father, unfortunately, is deceased, passed away, but like in the past, we would play chess together.
Okay.
In this situation, you can also say, I used to play chess with my dad. Okay, same thing. But if we get a longer action, for example, I used to live in London, you can't say I would live in London because it's a one long action that started and finished. Alright, so just like a little review, used to for either repeatedly actions or one single action.
And would be repeated action. Basically, that's it.
This is it. This is it.
All right. So I would play chess with my father when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I used to play all the time.
Cool.
Or I used to play with my father. Okay, guys.
Perfect.
And so this is just our first lesson. I hope you guys learned a lot today.
There's just something that we forgot to mention.
Oh, what
During
is it?
our conversation, especially at the very beginning, we were exchanging opinions about like what it is like to live in a community out of your country, why that happened, and we used some introduction hooks. Can you just like draw a hook for them to see?
So
A hook.
a hook.
Yeah,
like
just
this.
draw a hook on the board. There we go.
I'm not a good
We've noticed, yeah, don't worry.
drawer. Okay.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. So we're using introduction hooks. Sometimes you don't want to be so direct and point it out whatever you have to say. So then you use sentences as like, in my opinion, or under my point of view. This is very interesting because in a conversation, if you're too direct, it's more like an argument, you know. If you're talking to a person, you have to be pleasant. So, oh, in my opinion, the Italian community is the biggest one in the world. If you agree, you could say
Absolutely.
or.
I think so.
Or.
I agree with you 100%.
Very well. But if you have a different opinion, if you disagree, you would say
I beg to differ, which is very common.
or.
I'm afraid to disagree.
Or.
I don't think so.
Good. If I'm in doubt and I need your opinion, I will ask something like, what are your thoughts on, right? Or maybe, how do you feel about living abroad?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if you are in a conversation and you just like want to add something to this conversation, you would point something out. You would say something like,
Oh, can I add something?
very well.
And a really good expression is, can I jump in for a sec?
Very good. Can I jump in for a sec? Which is another phrasal verb, right?
Exactly, jump in for a sec. A sec means a second.
There you go.
Alright, guys?
There is something that you taught me the other day is also very funny. Can you just like enlighten me
okay,
with that?
can I throw my 2 cents in so we can say that in English?
Can I throw
Can I throw
my
my
2 cents?
2 cents?
I found that absolutely brilliant. Well, it
Yes.
was quite new for me, seriously.
So when we say, can I throw my 2 cents in, it means, can I give a little opinion or my point of view, just a little bit, you know?
I got
so it's not gonna bother anybody. It's just
Yeah, just,
something to help.
can I say a little something like that?
Can I say little, like a little bit or
Yeah.
something, you know?
Okay, so yeah, I guess
Alright,
this is
guys.
it now, right?
That's it. Damon, thank you so much for your
I
help.
appreciate that, mate.
And I hope you guys enjoyed our first video of our advanced book. And
I hope to see you again.
alright, see you in our next video. Take care.
Bye.